I am here to tell you that I work on Knots Landing, a show that cannot find two little babies. And when polo needs to have a dry field, we have helicopters that come in from heaven and deliver dryness. Look at this.
Sheehan loves the game of polo and especially loves the thrill of scoring the winning goal.
There I was at the World Cup. No, it felt like, I've got to tell you guys, very honestly, anybody who wants to listen to this, it started with a near side shot. And all I could think of, it was like a film. It slowed down into microseconds, and I thought, don't blow this shot. So I leaned over, there I was, charging along. And I knew that my teammates didn't think I was behind me.
What did Devane have to say about that?
Devane walked around the field grinning like a jackass chewing bumblebees. He was having a ball. All we did was smile, and he's going, isn't this great? Yeah, this is great. That's all we did. It's more fun.
Recently, Good Day chatted with Doug and his beautiful wife, Cate, at the plush Palm Beach Polo and Country Club in this exclusive interview.
I've always thought how elegant it would be to play polo. I've worked hard. I submerged my life for a number of years in a Shakespearean company. I carried a spear, I learned Shakespeare, I learned what iambic pentameter was, I learned how to do rhyming couplets so they didn't sound like rhyming couplets, and I learned how to troop, sets and scenery around the town. I learned to trade, and my trade, oddly enough, has brought me here to West Palm Beach. But this is a fine and gentle old game. It's a gentleman's game, and that's the first thing you're taught when you play it. You've got the ability to murder people if you want. You've got a 1,300-pound horse that's thundering down underneath you. A lot of people that are seeing this that have followed me at all, well, both of them, will know that I play the bagpipes. I wear a kilt. Our house is sort of countrified, and I'd love to go fox hunting on horseback if I ever get the invitation. Showbiz is probably going to get us that invitation, and I want to be ready for it, because they're beautiful old things, and because they're associated with one social class or social structure doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. You just can't work in a steel mill and say, I want to play polo. Hey, Louie, come on, we're going to go learn to play polo tomorrow because it's a really wonderful game, and I'm loving it a whole bunch. Obviously, you're going to feel a little bit out, but you can do whatever you want to do, and it's like people think that because you're in showbiz, you're bigger than life. I'm here to tell you, my nose hairs are merely tucked up in my nose. Still, I mean, well, no, we're all the same. We have our armpits stink and everything else, but you can choose to be one way or the other.
How did the two of you meet?
One day I was sitting in the dressing room. Yes, grunts have dressing rooms too sometimes in the national theatrical companies. And all the guys came in and said, you won't believe, go outside and take a look. And she was out there decorating this cart that was going to be the May Queen's cart. The May Queen comes like,
I was the May Queen, don't make
she
fun of
turned out to be the May Queen, but she was standing there, and all of these guys were just looking at her like, heavy eyelids and the whole bit. And I walked out and I looked at her, and this is true, this is honest, I mean this. I said to myself at the time, that is the kind of woman I would want to marry. I've always thought that's the kind of woman I've dreamed of.
Is this the picture you had? He is.
She was so beautiful, she was so breathtaking. And I thought she was really out of my range, out of my reach, because I was pretty heavy, and that's all been talked about over and over and over again. Anyhow, it turned out that,
It took a whole summer for us to get together, but I had a couple of girlfriends that had told me about him, and they said that how wonderful he was, and I had because when you're accompanied together for a summer, you start to know all the different people within the company, and I had, through afar, gotten to know him somewhat, and had respected and admired him, and I knew, in the back of my mind, I knew that was the kind of man that I wanted to marry, but I had a couple of girlfriends that found him very attractive, so I was staying away. And finally I said, and I asked him out twice, and he finally said the second time.
She looked right at me, she said,
would you go? Yes.
She said what? What did she say?
like she just said, I said.
So it was really a mutual thing.
We were we were attracted to each other, and it was a very painful thing to find out that we were attracted to each other and still are.
Well, we've been together since that second time we went out. We've been together ever since. So.
How do you account for that? Because so many marriages lose it after
Well,
sometimes
then
2
we
years.
took
It doesn't
the
work.
elegant and easy time to become each other's best friend.
Yes.
And
In
it's
fact, it was rougher in the beginning than it is now. We didn't have an easy time in the
see,
beginning.
then she would never have told me to stick my nose hairs back in my face, and now she will.
But it, like any relationship that lasts, I think it has to grow. Love at first sight, I think, has something about it. I think there's some sort of chemistry that happens, but I think through time you have to grow into liking somebody so much, which turns into love, and that's what